All right, we're back with another Money Origami Originals. Today I've got it's kind of like a little, Japanese lantern? Is that what they are? Or you can make a bracelet with it, or a little shot glass koozie, which let's get into showing you how to make some of these. All right, so there's 7 mountain creases on the outside of this one. There's 8 really, one's tucked behind another. And you can make, less or more. And you can make it out of paper if you want. If you want to just make like a donut or a bracelet out of it, then you can just get a strip of paper, and you would just make it the same way. So you just want to make some evenly spaced creases. And if you're going to use paper that tears easily, like some origami paper, then just fold it in half, and that'll make it a little bit more sturdy. So I'm just dividing this one up really quick here to demonstrate. I'm sure everybody knows how they can divide the paper into eighths on a long strip like this. So, but I'm going to do the dollar one, and I'm going to connect 2 $1 together. And this one I'm going to use as one of them, and then I'm going to fold the other one even in a simpler method. But on the paper now, you would fold these edges in on the side that has the ridges, the mountain folds. And if you want to make it, real nice, so then you would make you some little markers at the half, and then at the quarter, and then you can just fold in a little bit. So you would want to make it a little bit wider strip, but even you can change this however you want. See, so you can even fold these in all the way to the center line. So let's do that, since on the dollar one, we're going to make them more narrow. So this paper one is just real quick to give you courage that you can fold it with the, and who doesn't need more courage, right? So that you can fold it with the paper. So then at each one of these mountain folds, you tuck the corner in just to that crease. Okay. Now you want it to be a nice 45-degree angle. So like that. And you would do all these like that. And this one, it's going to be a little bit sloppy on the paper, because the main thing is the dollar one on this channel. So, but I just want, Not everybody has a dollar laying around, especially right now. So, but you can make it out of some fancy paper or decorate it, and you can even use it for Mother's Day. That's coming right up, isn't it? Or is it already passed? I don't even know. No, that's coming up, I think. Yeah, that's right. It's a couple weekends in the next month, I believe. So, so you do that on both sides. And if you have about six of them, I mean, you can have more or less, but that's why I said about six. Then it'll curve around real nice. So now I'm going to take more time when I show the dollar in just a minute, but a couple minutes. I just wanted to show with the paper. So I'm just pushing that in as I fold the crease that we pre-made. And then what you do is you put two of them like this, and then you fold that down, and you fold that up. And then you go to the next one. Push that over. Don't let that get caught inside. And you have them like that, and you fold one down, and you fold that up. So that one came undone, no biggie. What you can do after you get them in there is crease them to both directions. So if you're really good with origami, you probably might already realize how to make it with the dollar like this. Now you can make it real simple version with the dollar, which is what I'm actually going to show, where it's really quick and easy, not very many creases at all. But if you want to make the lantern or the lampshade, whatever it is, I don't know, it's not really worth too much, except it is, cool little interesting design. Now, I had it apart a few times and turned it inside out and outside in and stuff, so that one's a little bit torn up. So now in the end, it's the same thing, except there's no other little triangles over there. And then what you can do, see, you would have a longer strip, or you can get two strips of paper. And then how you connect them is you undo the end ones on each side, top and bottom, and you tuck it in like that. Oh yeah, you have to undo the next one too. But you can do that after you hook it together. Because now, well, anyway, you got that in position now. And then you open up this one. So that one needs a little tiny fold right there. And then you lock that back down. And this one needs that little fold there. So I should have folded in the corners first. But that's all that's skipped really. And so that's how you can join them together. And then actually you can do it with these being joined where the ribs, I'm calling them ribs, can be on the inside too. And see, so that's a pretty weird, cool thing. But I meant to do it where those are on the inside. So anyway, that's just to show you it works pretty good with paper too. Now on the dollar, and I'll get a fresh bill here in a minute. So you can fold these like that, see. And you don't have to have them. We could do every single one, and then it'll curve around more like this. But if you do every other one, have wider panels, then you can connect 2 or 3 bills together and make like a bracelet. I'll show you. Now I didn't do it on the paper one right there, but I could do it on there. I'll show you what you can do with this. See, now that you have the ribs in there, you can open them up. Now this is where you got to be careful so you don't tear the paper, and turn that rib inside out. So even with the dollar, you have to be careful right here on this part. And then once you connect another bill, then we can turn this one inside out too. But you can't really do that till you hook up another bill, see, and then you can have it going around like that. See. So I'm just going to leave that like that now. Well, maybe I'll push it back. And then let's get one more folded the really simple, quick way. And so it makes it where it's a tighter bracelet. So if you do it like this, you might have to use $3. Now let's see. If we want the green side out, we start by folding it on the inside. Because what you can do is just divide it into quarters. And you can just have 3 ribs. And then when you connect, 2 together for a very small wrist, some kids, or 3, maybe, who knows, maybe even 4 for an adult, especially if you only make 3 ribs. Now if you make a rib here and a rib here, see, then you can have them spaced out a little further, because right here it's kind of going to waste the end if you just make it the quickest way. So now we want these to end up folding this way. So you fold in half, and you just get a mark. And you just get a mark. And then you fold into the edge, and you just, again, just make a mark. And you do that on both sides. And then when you fold these in, you fold this all the way across now, using this mark as a guide. So we're just making really small little fold. Now you can go to the halfway or the quarter. You can go all the way in if you want. And then it'll make it a more narrow like this one. See how we went all the way into the middle? Just about. It's just because I folded this a little sloppy. But you can still puff these out. It's a little bit hard on the overlap. And the paper tends to rip real easy with paper. Even with the dollar, you risk ripping it. So you don't want to manipulate it much after you fold it. But you can reverse it before you connect it together. Alright, so now you have these ribs, just 3. And this, I'm just showing how universal this little fold is. Now you tuck in the corner just to this crease. So, right to there, and make them even. See. Just like that. And happy 420 day, if you know what that means. But not that big a deal. Actually, don't really recommend 420 anymore. Alright, so that's why I was saying it was a quick one, because you don't have to do as many folds if you don't want. But if you do it where it's a whole bunch of ribs, then it'll, tend to make the circle real tight. And if you're trying to make a bracelet for mom or grandma on Mother's Day, then you would do it more like the paper. Or like this, see, where you have them real spaced out. So, but the point of the video is to try to demonstrate how universal this is. So you can just put a crease right here if you want, and you can put your little angle thing right there, and then you can skip a whole bunch, and you can just do one in the middle. Maybe I'll fold one more bill. Now this time, let's fold the corner in first. So the corners get folded in at 45. Just down to the line here. See, right there. Just a little airplane fold to that line. And it's a little wider over here. I didn't take that much time folding this one either, I guess. But I think people don't watch them because they're long. Really. So after you have it like that, see, and you can have these ribs anywhere you want. The more you have closer, the tighter the circle. And then you fold these over by, you have to put this folded together to fold it. You have to have that way. You just can't do it while it's out. And you fold that down. See, now you can fold right here. But you don't have to. You can just pinch it a little bit and fold it back that way and just pinch it a little. And then see, you're on the next one. And so you just close it and you fold that down. This is really another application of my ridge lock, is what I've called it on other videos. And so I don't think anybody's done this. You know, maybe. I don't know. But it's pretty cool. And I'm trying to apply it to a really fancy little model for everybody. And I haven't worked on it that much because a lot of crazy stuff going on. I guess I folded this corner the wrong way. No. Alright, so I hope everybody saw how to do that. Now see, if you want the ribs on the outside, it's much easier to hook them together. See, that would go there, which you'd make two bills. But if you want the ribs on the inside, you can, you got to hook them together with them on the inside. And so let's hook that to this one. And then we'll just demonstrate putting the ribs on the inside. Alright, so this should line up. Because on this one I just made more folds to demonstrate how you can make this by tucking in each one. So now to hook this one into there, you just open up that one and put this in here. You open up this one. Well, you don't have to open it up actually. Well, yeah, you do. To get it all the way overlapped properly. See. See, so now it has like these raw edges and stuff. So you want those on the inside. And you can actually turn it inside out after it's hooked together, but it's really easy to rip the paper. So I don't recommend that. That's what happened to the slow folded prototype that I was going to start off with. I turned it inside out too many times. So you would just start to turn it inside out now. And I did it on purpose where, one side's green and one side's George. So you can't let it do that. So you might have to hold it there while you get it going. got to leave these points in there, and then it makes it more like a little donut. So I've got my fingers like this and like that, and then you can smooth it out. Main thing is don't rip your bill, and don't start with one that's too worn out, or it might just rip on you before you get it done. And then it's pretty thick here, but it's the same thing. So you can make this as easy or complicated as you want. The easiest way is to get a long strip of paper, or you can just take a sheet and fold it into a strip. That way it won't rip as easy. So you could use, let's see how it's starting to come around. And see, so then that's going to be the bracelet, see? Just like that. See, and then you have to, you should probably need $3. And then you can make it smaller by overlapping an extra one. So you have to make it custom size. But if you want, you can take a strip of paper, you can take a sheet, and you can fold it like that. It'll make it really sturdy. And then just make the whole model. All right, so it's going to be pretty tricky tucking the end together with it turned inside out. So you have to push one of them back. But now you have some practice doing them. And just put everything back. And then open that one up. And that one. And tuck it in there. And wherever it's double, you can fold that one in first. Now if you just take your time and make sure all the folds look like they're in the right spot as you do it. See? Then it goes together pretty nice. This one's going to come out okay, even though I really did rush it. So now I have to put the rib over that way so that I can fold this one in. All right, see, there's the flat side that I showed with the ribs out. But now the ribs are inside, and then put your rib back. Put them vertical because they're a little loose until you start to push the rest of it out. So watch out on those now. And you really need hold it with. You got to have one finger reach up under there. So maybe just alternate sides, like I did this side a little, and then hold this one and push right there. And so this is a really weird model. Yes, I went grocery shopping and everybody had their masks on that worked at the store. And a lot of the customers did. I think it's a little bit out of hand. But, understand if, if you're sick and you got to go in public, it would be good to wear one anyway whenever you're in the contagious stage of being sick with anything anytime. They don't have to make it a special thing to close down the whole world. I don't understand that. So there it is. See, it's a bracelet, and that will fit some little kids with $2 and making it just like that. Now you can make it a little bit bigger if you put those ribs closer to the edge, like this one has it. But it doesn't. Well, you need to make them where they overlap enough to lock. So make both bills the same. And then, so 3 bills probably for an adult. But that right there, it's like a little shot glass koozie. But if you put the ribs on the outside and you do $2, just like we did, but with the ribs on the outside, then the shot glass fits in there really nice. But with the ribs in the way, it doesn't fit so well. But there it is. That's as far as we're taking the little demo today. I think everybody has enough information to make their own bracelet or lantern or koozie or whatever you come up with. Let me know in the comments if you made it with $3 or $4. If you put more ribs, then you can have it curve around even further, more like a donut almost, except it's hollow, a hollow donut, which that's the one that ripped. So sorry about that. All right, that's pretty much it. Take care. Hope everybody's doing great and everybody you know and care about's all right. See you next time.